solemnly pledge, mind and body, I will defend the Empire with my life.
Your application to the Flight Academy has been reconsidered. Captain McLaren had submitted a letter of recommendation on your behalf before the battle.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. You're safe.
We may be a small crew, but the work we do matters.
Welcome to the Stanton. I'm Eugene Morrow.
I'm Petty Officer Webster, Chief Mechanic.
This will be your new home.
We got you flying with Lieutenant Commander Colton. He's one of our best.
Sir,
Who the hell are you?
I'm your new wingman, sir. The name's...
You want me to learn your name? You live long enough for me to care.
Baron Actual, you're clear to launch.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
piloting the most cutting-edge ships, or traveling to the farthest reaches of the universe, forging connections that will last your entire life, fighting to protect your home and loved ones, or even learning what you're truly capable of. Those are just the perks. I'm Commander Ryan Enright. I fly Navy.
The live showcase of the opening moments of the game offered attendees the most in-depth look at Squadron 42 yet, demonstrating action-packed space combat, grand cinematic storytelling, brutal FPS action, and immersive gameplay. It's also packed with superstars like Henry Cavill and Mark Hamill. Squadron 42 is a cinematic single-player sci-fi adventure set in the universe of Star Citizen. Fight the good fight in an epic and immersive narrative full of action and intrigue, facing off against ruthless enemies in strategic FPS battles on foot and intense space combat from a cockpit. This is as epic as it gets, and with an ever-changing story made by your choices throughout the whole campaign, with different paths, different choices, and lots more. Take a look at this extensive gameplay.
For weeks?
It's this Polo Initiative horse shit. High Command's been freaking out about having to make cuts, so everybody's taking hits. Winslow and the Banshee told me they got denied on extra ammo for their main gun.
Almost like the suits on Earth 1 attack. Maybe we should have lied.
Have you heard about this show, Lost Squad?
Are they seriously doing another show about the fall of Caliban?
What are they waiting for?
seconds out till the fray. Form up, Cal. You got point.
Copy that. Tally's on me.
Flight. Echo Flight, prep for boost.
Oxygen low.
Pressurizing. Pressurized.
Gravity online.
Get off that thing. Both of you, clear?
Aye, aye.
Rachel!
I will. Damn it.
got to have company. I've got to try and divert as much energy as I can to the engines. So I'm gonna need you to hold them off. Go now.
Yes, sir.
Keep it up. Another breach! We're doing good. We've got more tool coming.
Hit shield 25%.
Nice work.
이 땅을 구해주셔서 감사해요.
고생이 많으십니다.
토르센, 황명에 따라 수도로 복귀하십시오.
방어구 링크 연결. 시리얼 넘버 확인.
Next up, we have Project LLL, which is an extremely ambitious upcoming third-person shooter from NCSoft that blends MMO and shooter with both a single-player and multiplayer mode. It is an open-world game that NCSoft sees as a new genre and different from the looter shooter and battle royale genres. Something more grandiose and more epic with an all-out war that never ends, and that doesn't need you be around to trigger the scene. There's always something happening whether you're there or not.
현재 위치. 신도 24. 지하로 조정.
비상통신 장치 가동.
정보 접근 권한 회복. 현재 상황 코드 1. 올드원 통신에 대한 보안 위협 상황이 발생했습니다. 지점을 확보했습니다. 해킹 시퀀스 가동합니다. 암호화 연속 신호 해독 중입니다. 원격 운용 폭탄 신호가 감지되었습니다. 적 기체를 분석합니다. 잠금 해제 프로토콜 확인.
Next up, we have Chrono Odyssey, a next-generation action MMORPG that can be played both in single-player and multiplayer in a vast, beautiful, action-packed open world full of intricate details. Game features are said to include awe-inspiring visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5, a vast and intricately designed seamless open world, dynamic action-based combat mechanics based on time manipulation and extensive customization. You'll explore a seamless and unrestricted exploration of any terrain offered by Chrono Odyssey thanks to its open world concept. It also features many different biomes, including grasslands, snowlands, swamps, and more. The adventure through the world of Chrono Odyssey offers much to explore and many creatures roaming around.
begin as a nameless prisoner. Sculpt your appearance, choose your background, and then crash into the planet. You are abandoned and alone. Hunted by sandworms. Scorched by the unforgiving sun. Ravaged by sunstroke. Stick to the shade. Chase the moving shadows. Survive. Welcome to Arrakis, the most dangerous planet in the universe. Meet hundreds of other players in the vast online world. Befriend or betray those you meet. Form a wary alliance, in this case, a spit dart rifle and a still suit, for your help taking down territorial deserters. Working with others will always increase your chance of staying alive. The Deserter Base. Climb to a vantage point and prepare for violence. Your choice of weapons and abilities determines your strategy. Swordmasters lead the charge into battle, literally. Repel ranged attacks with a shield, and then take them out, one by one. Deploy the Hunter-Seeker and kill from the shadows. Take what you can from the Fallen. On Arrakis, nothing of value is wasted. Mine, harvest, and gather with your group to build bases and unlock more advanced equipment, like the Blood Purifier. Refine the blood you collected from your enemies to extract drinkable water. Craft improved equipment using fabricators. Replicate your bases in new locations with the blueprint system, and then sell blueprints of your architectural wonders to other players. Lead your group to become a guild. On Arrakis, a nameless prisoner can rise. Construct an ornithopter and take to the air. The world is yours to claim.
This is Dune Man Keith Filari reminding you today you're returning with a full spice load. My crew found a shortcut we become
The in-game radio provides insight into key events happening across Arrakis. Map the desert. Discover landmarks, wrecked ships, and desert testing stations filled with forgotten technology. Arrakis is a vast planet. You can explore unique locations, uncover valuable resources, and search for secrets amongst the shifting dunes. And then, return to civilization triumphant with what you found. Harko Village throngs with people, spice traders, guild bankers, smugglers, house envoys, and of course, other players. Here, you will pledge allegiance to one of the great houses of Dune, the Harkonnen. But remember, to play politics, you need power. And on Arrakis, spice is power. In the deep desert beyond the shield wall, hundreds of players scour the landscape, hunting for spice. Every spice blow has the potential to become a heated battle, with multiple guilds vying for the precious melange. Even when it looks like defeat is inevitable, those who understand desert power can awaken Arrakis itself.
People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. Everyone in here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
If you have been waiting for a special occasion to break out your hazmat suit, then look no further than Atomfall. Here at Rebellion, we are going to be introducing you to the world of Atomfall. But be sure to stick around, drop a like, and subscribe, as more is on the way. Atomfall is a single-player first-person action survival game set in a post-war Britain of Northern England. The game takes place in a fictional quarantine in 1962, just 5 years after the real-life event of the Windscale atom plant fire in 1957. This was one of the worst nuclear disasters in British history, and was even one of the first in the world. However, in Atomfall, there are more mysterious and sinister things at play behind the scenes, and you must uncover the secrets of what happened to the atom plant and the surrounding area. Your journey will take you through the Wyndham Lake District in northern England, but it is not as it once was. Crashed helicopters, rusted out cars, and abandoned playgrounds are just some of the things you will come across. The towns are patrolled by a group sent in to make people observe protocol. Originally, they started as a military group sent in as part of the Bard response to the disaster. They were to retain control, establish a quarantine zone until help arrived. But 5 years later, help hasn't come. Is this still a legitimate occupying force, or is something more troublesome going on? They regularly hold briefings in the town square to keep everyone informed of the situation. They use more modern equipment for their weapons, and also utilize the Bard robots that are equipped with machine guns and flamethrowers. You will want to be careful not to get on their bad side. Dotted around the landscape are the rundown bunkers of the British Atomic Research Division, or BARD for short. These BARD facilities may not be as populated as they once were. However, the halls are still patrolled by the same robots used to patrol the rest of the quarantine zone.
Retreat or die. Your choice, citizen.
If you can manage to get past the patrolling robots, you can have the opportunity to delve further into the mystery of what the British Atomic Research Division was really up to. BARD is a big source of mystery, as their motto in Latin reads, Nova Lux, discutit umbras antiquas, which translates to, the new light dispels the ancient shadows. It seems they were doing more than just atomic research, and may have dipped into something more dangerous. You must uncover these secrets if you ever hope to make it out alive. These two factions are not the only ones you will have to deal with either. A number of cults have popped up in the last 5 years, and they see anyone and everyone as an outsider. The cultists can vary in appearance, from top hats, goggles, and feathers to wearing hooded robes with deer antlers attached to their heads. They will be more primitive than the soldiers or the bard robots, but don't let your guard down, as they can be just as dangerous with bows and arrows, cricket bats, and axes. They have taken up residence in and around the forested areas, including some castles, which will not be easy to access, and may require a stealthier approach if you want to investigate them further. These areas are complete with giant wicker men, worship shrines, and ritual locations. Be careful investigating, as what you find may not want to be found. How are you going to defend yourself against all these threats? You will have to scavenge for all of your weapons and resources. Some of the weapons you will come across include things like pistols, SMGs, bows and arrows, and cricket bats. The ammo for these weapons will be in short supply, so you must either find or craft what you need to survive. However, weapons are not the only thing you will need on your journey. Other tools you will use include things like a metal detector or even flashlights to light up the dark. You will also come across caves and underground tunnels that seem to have been affected by the wind scale disaster the most. Glowing plants and mushrooms cover the walls, floor, and ceiling of these places, giving off a hazy fog that makes them more dangerous to traverse than other places you may go. A hazmat suit might help protect against these things, but the environment is not all you need to worry about. Zombie-like creatures live in the fog and will not stop to ask questions or trying to tear you apart. Make sure to be well equipped to handle these creatures and be extra cautious, as nothing is as it seems in the aftermath of the wind scale atom plant disaster.
In darkest night by the glare of the moon, when shade and shadow start to bloom, light yourself a candle and hold it close. Pray the dear old Phoenix loves you the most.
This island pulls you in. And once it has you, there's no escape. I've lost track of how many corpses are my own. Sometimes I forget why I'm even here, what I'm searching for. The island didn't look like this before. Those who once called this place home have changed. The monsters they worship are even worse. This place belongs to them now, and so we fight. You, me, and all the other seekers. It's them I fear most of all. The strangers lurking in the darkness, the treasure, the ritual, the power it offers you. I wish I could resist, but once you get a taste, there's no going back.
Hello, and thank you for taking the time to check out Starship Simulator. Let's start with the ship itself. Growing up, I really wanted to be an architect, and despite ending up working in IT, that interest in architecture never really went away. So when it came to designing and building a starship, I really wanted to design and build a starship. Now, in a typical video game environment, there's generally nothing going on behind the walls and floors. It's actually just smoke and mirrors to sell the illusion of a real solid location. But that's absolutely not the case here. Delve behind any wall panel and you'll find the ship's genuine structural framework, all designed in CAD software right down to the individual bolts and weld lines. You'll also find miles of pipes, cables and conduits that are all fully simulated and critical to the function of the ship's systems. For example, turning off these breakers will kill power to the bridge, causing the lights and consoles to genuinely stop receiving the simulated electrical current from their attached cables. If you pay attention to the readout when the breakers are turned back on, you can see the electrical draw increases as expected. This means the location where your ship takes damage naturally becomes really important. Speaking of jobs to do, we're planning to include 8 basic roles to begin with, from the captain to a simple passenger who's merely tagging along for the ride. Each department aboard the ship will have a rolling task list, and both players and the NPC crew alike will work through those tasks to keep the ship up and running smoothly. The tasks themselves won't be arbitrary though, they'll be generated on the fly depending on the ship's actual needs. Taking engineering as an example again, if a component is damaged, then a task will be generated for that specific component to be investigated. A player or an NPC then picks up that task on a first-come, first-served basis and then works to resolve the issue. The NPC crew members also play a big part in making the ship feel more lived in, with each of them having their own lives aboard the ship. They'll have their own crew quarters, their own shift patterns, they'll eat, drink and even use the bathroom if they need to. You won't need to worry about micromanaging them though, they'll just happily get on with it without the player having to get involved. We're hoping players will form a strong attachment to their new home among the stars, so we're including many customization options right out of the box. You can customize your ship's name and registry number, and this updates in various places around the ship. You can change the interior decor, like the default lighting hues, or the materials used on the floors and walls. You can customize the colors of the UI panels to match your chosen theme, and you can even enable ship-wide seasonal decorations depending on the time of year. We want players to really feel like they're living and working aboard a huge vessel in deep space, so there'll be plenty to do aboard the ship while you're out exploring the cosmos. And speaking of exploring, that brings us nicely onto the subject of the galaxy itself. Just like the ship, the galaxy is also being built as realistically as possible, using real astrophysics and a true 1-to-1 scale. We can't explore the real Milky Way, so we want our simulated version to be the next best thing, with a realistic physical structure and scientifically accurate galactic regions. Every system you visit should be scientifically plausible and packed with everything you would expect to find in any star system, from star-grazing comets to an array of Kuiper Belt-style objects. We'll also have black holes, protoplanetary disks, magnetars, nebulae, and even naturally forming wormholes. We're taking depth of content very seriously, and depending on how well we're funded, our intention is to create a team of developers whose job it will be to focus 100% on just creating new content for the galaxy. I will not personally consider our job complete until every single star system generates something new and interesting to discover. So how do we actually get out there and find this content? Well, most of the time you'll navigate the galaxy by first scanning the stars in the local vicinity, and then select a target of interest to send to the helm station. Alternatively, you can just point the ship in any random direction you like, and then spin up the FTL drive to see what you might stumble across. Our galaxy is a continuous, borderless, three-dimensional environment. And that's another important point actually, because if you pay attention to the stars outside of the window, you'll see that they are actually all drifting past in real time. So the most important thing to take away from this video is that this is a space exploration game, designed and built by someone who has spent tens of thousands of hours exploring in all the other big space sims over the years. This is in every way our dream project, and we're definitely not stopping until it's done.
What's the point in us paying taxes if it's only spent on answering dogs?
Enough. Leave them as a lesson for others.
Well, I'll be damned. The Grey Man. Here of all places.
Masterpieces forged from fire.
Enough. Forgive my men. They may have given the wrong impression. You may call me Matthias. Oh, I've always wanted to test my skills against a Grey Man. What say you? You're here, standing before me. What reason have you to refuse my challenge?
None that I can think of.
Ah, so it's true. Greymanes never run from a fight. I've heard the lengths you'll go for the sake of your mission. You seek radiant fragments that fall from the sky. Is that right?
What's it to you?
Oh, mere curiosity. Now, to work! No further destruction, I assure you. Do your worst, Greymane!
causing the water currents to surge too.
This is its territory. We're intruders.
Seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species?
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing? Give it to me, and I'll...
Finally, we have inZoi, a life simulation game where the player can alter any aspect of their world to create unique stories and experiences. Just like in the real world, you can find jobs to make a living while forming deep relationships through interactions. With a complete community simulation of every character acting on their free will, you can experience unexpected events to feel the various emotions life has to offer. With inZoi, the developers hope to share the message that life itself is the true gift, and every journey has its own meaning. inZoi provides a variety of creative tools so that players can visualize the life they've always dreamed of. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, the game's realistic graphics allows the players to let their imagination run free, with easy creation of different resources. Customize your character's appearance and outfit, and build your custom home using a wide selection of freely movable furniture and structures.
Animals, plants, billboards, and weather to create the scenarios you want. You can also adjust the city's cleanliness, safety, and relationship indices to simulate specific lifestyles. Create a world where everyone is in love, or an apocalyptic scenario. Edit the city as you wish. Why keep your dream creations to yourself? Share them on inZoi's creative platform, Canvas. Upload and download creations, interact with other players, and enrich each other's inZoi experience. Remember, inZoi is a life simulation game. If everything happened as expected, it wouldn't be life or a simulation. While you can create your dream characters, homes, and simulations, the nature of the simulation genre means you'll face unexpected situations. Just like real life, you'll experience unplanned, given lives. To provide a more realistic life experience, inZoi has implemented a complete community simulation where every person in the city lives with their own will, facing various events and accidents, just like in reality, such as colds, trends, and rumors. inZoi allows you to view the world from a distance. Endless stories take place to the Zois you create within your modified city, all operated under the complete simulation. Experience your most desired life and the life that's given to create your unique story.
Suamba.